Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 221 by Senator Ochoa Bog, enact relating to crimes.
This is where we played the Jeopardy music. You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, Senate Bill 221 is a reintroduction of SB 89 from last year, which passed this House on consent. SB 221 will better protect victims of stalking by amending the state penal code to conform to the federal stalking statute to include threats to a victim's pet as a component of threatening behavior that could be used to establish a pattern of conduct. The crime of stalking is composed of a pattern of conduct that places victims in fear for their safety or the safety of their family members or pets. The standard approved to convict a stalker is very high, the highest of all standards in the law, meaning there must be proof beyond a reasonable doubt of the pattern of stalking behavior to convict the offender. Unfortunately, stalking victims are unprotected by state law when it comes to threats against their pets. If a stalker threatens a victim's pet to instill fear in their victim, this behavior cannot currently be used to establish a pattern of stalking. Pet owners consider their animals to be a member of their family or to be a necessary part of their lives if we're talking about service animals. And stalkers should not be used or be able to be used as threats against the animal as a means to harass, manipulate, or terrorize the victim. Threats to family members are already covered under state law. SB 221 would simply update California's anti-stalking law by adding threats to pets to the list of behaviors used to establish a pattern of stalking. Current law ignores how powerful a threat to a beloved pet can be. Not updating state statute leaves victims vulnerable and gives stalkers a method of perpetuating fear in their victims without consequence. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
And seeing no microphones raised, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Alvarado Gil. Aye. Archuleta. Aye. Adeguin. Aye. Ashby. Aye. Becker. Aye. Blakespear. Aye. Cabaldon. Aye. Caballero. Aye. Cervantes. Aye. Choi. Aye. Cortezi. Aye. Daly. Aye. Durazo. Aye. Gonzalez. Aye. Grayson. Aye. Grove. Aye. Hurtado. Jones. Aye. Laird. Aye. Limon. Aye. McGuire. McNerney. Aye. Menjivar. Nilo. Aye. Ochoa Bog. Aye. Padilla. Perez. Aye. Reyes. Richardson. Aye. Rubio. Aye. Ciarto. Aye. Smallwood Cuevas. Stern. Aye. Strickland. Aye. Umberg. Aye. Valadares. Aye. Wahab. Aye. Weber Pearson. Aye. Wiener.
Senator Ochoa Bog moves the call. Next,